Hi friends, welcome to Eco Engineer YouTube channel. Today we discuss essence of Indian traditional knowledge. In that we have to discuss traditional knowledge development. In TKD, traditional knowledge development. Traditional knowledge is knowledge, innovations and practices of indigenous and local communities around the world developed from experience gained over the centuries and adapted to the local culture and environment. It is transmitted orally from generation to generation. Traditional knowledge is other of two co-terminus terms such as indigenous knowledge, local knowledge, generally refer to the long-standing information, wisdom, traditions, practices of certain indigenous peoples or local communities. In many cases, traditional knowledge has been orally passed from person to person. Some forms of traditional knowledge are experienced through stories, legends, folklore, and riddles, songs, art, and even laws. The term Sustainable Development (SD) first came to Pagnu in the Report of the World Commission on Environment and Development, Our Common Future. It was here defined as development that meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The realization that TK has not become redundant in today's world is increasingly widespread. The Rio Declaration, the Convention on Biological Diversity, the documents coming out of the World Summit on Sustainable Development, and a whole host of other international and instrument and formals have empathized the current and future relevance of traditional knowledge. Institutions such as the World Intellectual Property Organization, the Intellectual Labour Organization, or especially Convention of 169, the Food and Agriculture Organization, the World Health Organization, UNESCO, United Nations Education Scientific Cultural Organization, United Nations Education Fund, and United Nations Development Programme and United Nations Commission on Human Rights and a number of other international organizations have similarly given it importance. Here, sustainable development requires establishing a functional balance between socio-economic development and environment protection with traditional knowledge (TK) held by indigenous and local communities (ILCs), including traditional practices of conservation and sustainable use of natural resources, planning an integral role in achieving global sustainable development goals. Role of indigenous knowledge in development, the very basic fact that sustainable development relies upon particularly approaches makes Aicte an important ingredient for development. Indigenous knowledge is relevant on three levels for the developmental process. Local community in which bewares of such knowledge, life and process. Development agents, CBOs, NGOs, government, donor, local leaders, and private sector innovators need to recognize it, value it, appropriate it in their interaction with the local communities before incorporating it in their approaches, need to understand it and critical validity it against the usefulness for their achieved objectives. Indigenous knowledge form part of the global knowledge. Indigenous knowledge can be preserved, transferred, or adopted elsewhere. Friends, thank you very much.